Is this a?
Whoever you are, wherever you are, hope you are blessed and doing safe. Ladies and gentlemen, greetings, family. Of course, I'm tuning in. You see me without the glasses off today. But if you're looking for some opportunities, particular advertisement opportunities, then look no further at the link at the bottom to my email address. You can hit me up for advertisement opportunities. We are supporting and promoting your businesses here on this channel. You can also, if you would like to donate and subscribe to our Patreon, a link is at the bottom as well. So you have multiple ways in which you can advertise with the platform by emailing me when we go on through our live stream. You also have access to premium content, those that want to see premium content that you will not find here on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter, as I am suspended probably by now. You guys can check out the Patreon at link at the bottom. But advertisement opportunities, definitely email me, gavin.grich1@gmail.com for rates. And for the Patreon, it is the same as the YouTube channel. It is channel gboot2786. All right, I'll holla. Peace.
Hi, I'm attorney Gavin M. Richard. Check out my latest book, The Commonwealth of Pennsylvania versus William H. Cosby Jr., The Destruction of Due Process in America. For approximately 2 years now, I have gone on a painstaking quest to investigate the rise and fall of an American icon, Bill Cosby. In the mid-1980s, there was not a star that was higher than Cosby. Advertisements with Coca-Cola, Jello, Kodak, along with the #1 television show for 5 straight years in a row. On Thursday nights, it was must-see TV on NBC. Cosby resurrected the genre of the traditional family sitcom that was once thought dead by television critics. He did this as a Black American with an all-Black cast and showed mainstream network executives in white America that it was possible to be successful without showing the worst in people. He also demonstrated the power that television had, as it can make younger people dream to be the best that they can be. However, like many celebrity stars, unfortunately, they all come crashing down, sometimes by their own fault, others not so much. In this book, I attempted to highlight certain things. We go in depth into both of his trials in 2017 and 2018, respectively. What if I told you that these criminal trials were politically motivated by an overzealous district attorney? Will you also be shocked to learn the attacks on Mr. Cosby did not start in 2014, but also in the 90s, not long after his attempted quest to purchase a major network? From where did all of these allegations of sexual misconduct come from? Were the accusers telling the truth? In the 2 years of research, with some help from others interested in learning the truth and facts about this case, we discussed both the legal reasons why his prosecution and trial were illegal, unwarranted, and also the possible personal motives as to why this may have occurred. Most importantly, we warn about the dangers of prejudice and why trial by social media, or mainstream media rather, should never be the norm. All this and more in The Commonwealth of Pennsylvania versus William H. Cosby Jr., The Destruction of Due Process in America. Available on Amazon this fall in Kindle and paperback format. That was the trailer for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania versus William H. Cosby Jr., the destruction of due process in the United States. That is coming out. Actually, that's out already on Kindle this fall, ladies and gentlemen. You can order it on Amazon Kindle, and you can go to our Facebook page to subscribe to news and events about the book as well as Dr. Cosby. Just go to that Facebook page at Commonwealth Cause on Facebook, at Commonwealth Cause, ladies and gentlemen. Also, tonight on our channel, of course, this is the Random Topic Tuesdays on Gavin Richard, GBoot2786, Twitter via Gavin Rich2786, and Facebook Gavin Richard. Whoever you are, wherever you are, I hope you are blessed and doing safe. Tonight, we discuss the following. No voting, no vucking. Really? Billy Eichner condemns straight people for why his new film Bros flopped. The new Black Panther, and of course, Herschel Walker's son, Christian, calls his dad a hypocrite, claims he paid for his girlfriend's abortion. All this and more, ladies and gentlemen, tonight on channel GBoot2786 on our channel. Of course, we need you all to donate to the Cash App, PayPal, and Zelle. You see the ticker at the bottom. That to support this channel, support me, go to Nawny'sCreoleBlends.com and order some Creole seasoning blends. Try it on chicken, meat, or fish. Nawny's goes great with every dish. Also, ladies and gentlemen, you can hit that like, share, and subscribe button right now. And of course, we have music on this channel. So why don't you please go check out my songs that are available, including Video Soul and our theme song, Gotta Get On Up. So before we get on down, let's go on ahead, ladies and gentlemen, and get on up. And let me get that copyright strike one final time for my own song.
Girl, come on. Gotta dance to the beat, cause on the dance floor is where we'll be. Show me what you got. Gotta feel the groove. Feel the groove, get on the floor. Get on up. Right now the party's wasted. There's nothing much to do. But once the groove gets started, tell me, what do you have to lose? Just look into my eyes, girl, as we glide across the room. And what to my surprise now, the beat takes hold of you. Now if you're feeling like I'm feeling, so come on baby, let's start dealing. Time to get this party started. Ain't no time for the broken hearted. When the rhythm takes hold of you, there's only one thing left to do. Cause the beat is really moving. Time to get your body moving. Gotta get on up and move your body. Cause when the beat is really grooving, it's time to feel your body moving. Gotta get on up and shake something. Feel the groove, get on the floor. Get on up. Tell the DJ play the whispers. Rock steady in the mood. Put on earth, wind, and fire. Tonight we're gonna groove. Show me how you do the four corners. Electric slide or two. Hit the bus stop or do the body hop, baby. It's really up to you. Now if you're feeling like I'm feeling, so come on baby, let's start dealing. Time to get this party started. Ain't no time for the broken hearted. When the rhythm takes hold of you, there's only one thing left to do. Cause the beat is really moving. Time to get your body moving. Gotta get on up and move your body. Cause when the beat is really grooving, it's time to feel your body moving. Gotta get on up and shake something. Feel the groove, get on the floor. Get on
Now, 2020 hasn't been the best year of all times. We've been dealing with death, the pandemic, racism, bad policing, and all the bad rhymes. But like Uncle Snoop once said, if you breathe and you achieve. And so if you're ready, I need you all to get on up. Are you ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Get your butt on the dance floor. 5 and 6 and 7, 8. This jam we appreciate. We're gonna slide and step on the beat. On the dance floor is where we'll be.
Feel the groove, get on the floor. Get on up and move your body. Cause when the beat is really grooving, it's time to feel your body moving. Gotta get on up and shake something. Feel the groove, get on the floor. Get on up, baby. Yeah, gotta get on up. Come on, baby, gotta get on up, baby. Feel the groove, get on the floor. Get on up.
Feel the groove, get on the floor. Gotta get on up. Oh, we love that song, don't we? I know Danielle loves it. Darius loves it. Shout out to you all. Shout out to the little one, Danielle. Let's get started, shall we? I don't want to spend too much time because we got works in the morning that we do. Let's go ahead and get started. B1, what's up, Tina Ferguson? All right. Y'all don't mind if I don't appear on camera tonight. I just don't look appropriate, and I've been a little under the weather myself. The weather has been changing. It's been crazy with this temp, especially in the South, when there's a change in the weather, everybody starts to get affected. Your allergies, your sinuses take over, and that's kind of what happened with me. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I don't want to see y'all. You don't want to see the crust around me. Like you would think I've been eating sourdough. You can see this on my nose. So I don't want to do that. I want to bring something to y'all attention that caught my attention. Now, this has been trending. It's on Twitter right now. Of course, Louisiana, something about the Louisiana elections. Now, of course, the election season is upon us, one more month, and there was live coverage, and I was wondering what this was about. So we have the 2022 midterm elections, though Twitter does this campaign to get people out to vote, and I just happened to notice just something that came up, and I guess this is going to tie into something. This woman, her name is Katie Darlings. She did an ad, a campaign. She's a supporter of abortion. And in order to show her support of abortion, what did she do? She showed a video of her giving birth.
For all women in the state of Louisiana.
These days, I worry about Louisiana's new abortion ban, one of the strictest and most severe in the country.
Louisiana 1st Congressional District candidate Katie Darling's newest digital ad, uploaded yesterday, has already gone viral. The video showcasing her giving birth to her newest son, Ollie, while simultaneously expressing concerns over the state's severe abortion laws, which she says has inspired her to run for office.
It was important for me to tell my story in the ad so that people understand that it's me lying in the hospital bed and that it should be decisions between me and my doctor that determine my care, not legislators in Baton Rouge.
Overnight, the ad has generated headlines, views, and opinions on both sides of the spectrum in one of the country's most hot-button debate topics. So we decided to play it for residents in the area to get their opinions on what emotions it stirs up for them.
She's a lady that's running for Congress, and she's showing people that her family is important. The addition to the family is very important. And I agree with that.
I wanted
Additions to the family is important, but if I want to kill him, it's my right. Ha ha ha.
constituents and folks around Louisiana to see my beautiful family and see that reproductive health care actually supports having healthy families.
As Darling, a candidate with no prior political experience, prepares to square off against Republican Congressman Steve Scalise, she hopes to become a voice for those in a state that has been mute on the topic of pro-choice.
Current representative hasn't improved our quality of life in his 14 years in office. We need a pro-choice representative that's going to advocate and improve the quality of life here in Louisiana.
But pro-choice, let's be real honest, though. We have to be honest with this. This is the oxymoron in this. It's just like the woman king. If you say you're pro-choice and people have a right to their opinion, I find it contradictory in terms because you're saying it's my choice, it's my body, but what about the female body that you were born? What if that unborn baby is a girl? Where is her choice in anything? Doesn't that take that away from her? And when you're talking about reproductive rights, we have to define, ladies and gentlemen, what, and we asked this before, what, and I said this when I was on the Cole show, we were talking about it when Roe v. Wade was overturned. What is a right? Exactly. Where do right? If rights come, just curious, you don't have to belong to a religion, but I like to see in the chat, how many of you believe in God? Yahweh, what do you call it? You may call him Yahweh, Allah, the Almighty, the Supreme Being, the One, Alpha and Omega, Jesus. How many of y'all believe in God? Just curious. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you do. Because I bring it up for a reason. Where do right? If you're saying I got rights, reproductive rights, reproductive rights is always that's a foul say for abortion. That's what it all comes down to, ladies and gentlemen. That's when they say they want reproductive rights, women's rights. It's about abortion. They put it that way because when you say a right is not as controversial as the term abortion. It's just like when you say I'm pro-choice rather than pro-kill. I'm pro-life sounds better than anti-abortion because when you say anti in Latin terms means versus, to be against.
Katie Darling will be in attendance at the Women's
Now, I
March
don't-
in Baton Rouge on Saturday. Her video on Twitter currently has over 1 million views. Dan, back to you.
Interesting. Thank you very much for that. Well,
Darius says, I'm not a proponent of abortion. However, I don't think the government should be able to have a say in your medical decisions. Well, here's the thing. Roe v. Wade was about having the government decide what to do with your body because they stated essentially that the unborn had no rights. You asked the government, you asked the Supreme Court, the judicial branch of government to intervene. So it's really a contradiction. We have, Darius, because we have the government decides what you do today. If you decided to rob a bank, there are laws in place that our government has passed, laws passed by our legislatures that say this is a crime. So you can't do whatever you want to do. You can't do assisted, maybe in some states they have assisted suicide. And that, some states they have abortion. And what this decision, Dobbs versus Jackson, what they essentially stated was that the government should stay out of it. The federal government should stay out. I'm looking at it, and believe it or not, it's not even a religious thing because there are people who are atheists that do not believe in abortion. Christopher Hitchens, if you read who he was, the British columnist, he used to give scathing remarks about religion, about Mother Teresa, the late Christopher Hitchens, about the Catholic Church. He was against abortion. And he actually applauded the church, the Catholic Church, for its stance in the pro-life movement. He was 100% against it. So you don't have to be religious to be against abortion. Just like they have there is a group called Secular Families Against Abortion. There are secular groups against gay marriage. They just don't believe that. I mean, you look at the Chinese government, they're a secular society. They don't believe in Christianity. They actually were persecuting Catholics for hundreds of years. But they, especially under communism recently, they've persecuted Catholics.
And they had that one-child policy. So it's not just about religion, but that's neither here. I just think it's just a contradiction in terms. And I will say this, of course, I do not like Steve Scalise. Steve Scalise is a racist piece of shit. But most of a good number of them are, unfortunately. Now, I look at this, and of course, the White House, they're trying to keep the focus on abortion, and that's what they're trying to do. Is now, this is good that we talk about the abortion aspect of it. And I see right now, is it the BET Hip Hop Awards on tonight? I want to talk about this because Herschel Walker, this is our first topic. Herschel Walker and his son obviously are not seeing eye to eye. Christian Walker, who has stated that his father has been living a lie, and he's come out against his dad's candidacy. Now, where did all of this come from? Now, he is running as United States Senator against Raphael Warnock. And of course, I don't like Raphael Warnock. We've talked about him. Dr. Short has done extensive stuff. See, none of your politicians are good, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody that runs right now is good. And it is not because we expect people to fall short. Everybody falls short of something. But Stacey paid him off. But you watch this. So this is courtesy of ABC News. So Christian Walker has stated, who is a conservative himself and podcast host, and I think he's funny, but he says every family member of Herschel, he's always said some coonish stuff, Christian Walker. He said every family member of Herschel Walker asked him not to run for office because we all knew some of his past. Every single one. He decided to give us the middle finger and air out all his dirty laundry in public while simultaneously lying about it. I'm done. The youngest Walker also leveled additional allegations against his father, who has attracted scrutiny in recent months for allegations of violence in his past. In a book years ago, Herschel Walker has described himself as having been diagnosed with dissociative identity disorder, or DID. He has stated that he said that treatment has healed him. Christian Walker stated, I know my mom and I would appreciate it if my father, Herschel Walker, stopped lying and making a mockery of us. You're not a family man. So I'm going to play this video courtesy of your ABC News. And of course, we're going to claim fair use. Fair use. It is being used for commentary purposes.
Just weeks away, a major shakeup in Georgia's Senate race. Republican candidate Herschel Walker, who backs an abortion ban, is denying a report that he paid for an abortion over a decade ago. Congressional correspondent Rachel Scott has the latest.
Let me hear Herschel Walker, come on!
This morning, Georgia Republican Senate candidate Herschel Walker denying an explosive report by the Daily Beast, alleging the candidate, who opposes abortion, not only encouraged his then-girlfriend in 2009 to get an abortion herself, but paid for the procedure. The former NFL player quickly denied the allegations, tweeting, "This is a flat-out lie, and I deny this in the strongest possible terms." The Daily Beast says the woman, who asked not to be identified for privacy reasons, provided a receipt she says is from the clinic, a get well card she said was from the Heisman Trophy winner, and an image of a check that appears to be from Walker for $700. Overnight on Fox News, Walker claimed it was a political attack.
I never asked anyone to get an abortion. I never paid for an abortion.
He said he sends money to a lot of people.
Do you know the woman that is making this allegation?
I have no idea, but it is a flat-out lie.
And now one of Walker's sons blasting his father's decision to run for office. Christian Walker, an outspoken conservative with a large social media following, tweeted, "Every family member of Herschel Walker asked him not to run for office," saying that his father chose to air out all of his dirty laundry in public while simultaneously lying about it. And this could have big implications, George. This is a race that could determine which
Captain
party
Bussy.
controls the Senate, George.
Right, Rachel, I know you're going to be in Georgia this week for us for Power Trip. Thanks.
Asked him not to member of Herschel Walker.
Oh man, this is. I'm trying, dude. Oh, let me stop this one and let me share this. This is the actual tweet. This is actually Herschel Walker's son, Christian Sweetest. He had that model pose. Why? They always look like he always looks like he coming out the shower, huh? Just let me stop, man.
I stayed silent as the atrocities committed against my mom were downplayed. I stayed silent when it came out that my father, Herschel Walker, had all these random kids across the country.
Does he have a Puerto Rican-esque curl?
None of whom he raised. And you know my favorite issue to talk about is father absence. Surprise, because it affected me. That's why I talk about it all the time, because it affected me. Family values, people. He has 4 kids, 4 different women, wasn't in the house raising one of them. He was out having sex. Do you hear values? Lie after lie after lie. The abortion card drops yesterday. It's literally his handwriting in the card. They say they have receipts, whatever. He gets on Twitter. He lies about it. Okay, I'm done. Done. Everything has been a lie. And so for the right to say I'm being suspicious for saying, hey, I'm done with the lies, when you all have been calling me saying, is this true about your dad? Oh, we're not going to win Georgia, this candidate, all. That's been you. You have no idea what I've been through in my life. You have no idea what me and my mom have survived. We could have ended this on day 1. We haven't. I haven't told any stories. I'm just saying, don't lie. Don't lie on my mom. Don't lie on me. Don't lie on the lives you've destroyed and act like you're some moral family man. Y'all should care about that, conservatives. And then for people on the left to act as though I'm responsible for all of the things that he has done. I've talked about father absence. I've talked all these issues because they've been close to me, because they matter to me, because I went through it. That's why I've talked about it.
Hey, stop that. Stop that, Darius. That's your senator's future. That's your future senator's son. Stop that. He gonna get you. He's looking like Dwayne the Rock Johnson Jr. The cock. Dwayne the Cock Johnson. Woo!
About your dad, but I am. I'm saying this behavior is atrocious. Don't come for me. You don't have to like my politics. You don't have to like me. You don't have to. I'm just saying I'm done with the lies. We were told at the beginning of this he was going to get ahead of his past, hold himself accountable, all of these different things, and that would have been fine. Go ahead. He didn't do any of that. Everything's been a lie. Everything's been downplayed. Everything's been cutting corners. The whole thing. And whose expense is that at? Me, my mom.
People
as we're
running off
chased down
lies.
by
This
the
is a
media. We're terrorized. All these different things. People are questioning my authenticity. I'm done. Don't lie. Don't put this on me. This is a candidate issue, not a me issue. I wouldn't have spoken out if there weren't all these lies every day.
Oh, Herschel Walker. I don't know. What does it look like? Because Darius, I was wondering, are you voting? What is your in the governor's race? I take it you're not. I'm assuming you're not, but I'm just curious, are you? Because this is as bad as it gets up in Georgia, man. Herschel Walker, a state senator, and I don't like Warnock. Warnock, I've heard Dr. Short say some stuff about him. That church that he has, they've told me that they've had the homeless out there. People living on the streets that come there. He won't let them in, don't do stuff. I've heard a lot of negative things about him. Dr. Short was talking about him when I spoke with him. And that may be, and that could be true. I saw he had nothing to say about reparations. He support. See, and here's another thing about the religious aspect. As a senator, he's a Democrat, right? So he's supporting though everything you look that is against what he preaches as a bishop, as a pastor. Just look at it. And this is not an endorsement of Herschel Walker, but he supports, of course, he supports LGBTQ rights. He supports abortion. He described himself as a, quote, pro-choice pastor. He called the overturning of Roe v. Wade misguided and devastating for women and families in Georgia and nationwide. So he supports something that he knows is contrary to what he's taught as a minister. And he is the senior pastor of Atlanta's Ebenezer Baptist Church. I've been to Ebenezer Baptist Church multiple times. This was Dr. King's church. So I've been here. Now, it's been a while since I've been there, but yeah, that church was huge. That church was small, kind of small. I know they expanded it. It's big, but yeah, his talking points are crap. That's oh God. Oh my goodness. I can't even comment. Andre. Ooh, that's terrible. So what do y'all think of Herschel Walker? And it's even hypocritical. But here's the thing: a lot of Republicans, here's the drawback of all that. A lot of Republicans may call themselves conservative and support family values, but they don't live that life that way. And a lot of them actually deep down support some of the stuff that they're supporting. You ever heard of log cabin Republicans? There's a reason behind that. Log cabin isn't about the actual log cabin. It's about something else. Look at your Jenner, the Caitlyn Jenner, Bruce Jenner. A lot of them are not taking that stand. But speaking of that, since we're talking about voting, have y'all seen this campaign? This is our next time. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button, guys. Please donate to the Cash App and PayPal. I got to talk about this topic. This was brought up to me by my sister, Monique Robinson. Shout out to her. This no voting, no fucking. Not F word. No voting, no fucking. Bucking. And BLK, Trina, and Saucy Santana did an ad. I don't know. Is this something that's playing if this is something that's playing on BET, I'm not sure because I know they have this, but this is something that they had out. They even got T-shirts on it. Robinson brought this to my attention, but it's basically to get people out to vote. They're saying if you don't vote, you can't, you know what. So they have this, and then I'm seeing this here. This is on YouTube. I don't want to play if it's a song. I don't want to get a copyright strike, but
Trey checks, I think we got one.
I can't play it. So I don't even know who this is. I'm gonna stop. This is the wait a minute. Now, if you remember BLK, now this is familiar. This actually has 194 likes to 3 dislikes. There's some people who are obviously praising it. Somebody said, y'all better hope Tariq Nasheed don't see this. Tariq is going to see this. But BLK dating, if I'm not mistaken, BLK did the Vax That Thing Up last year. I remember this. And I remember BLK, if I'm not mistaken, this is not run by a black, this is not a black, it's marketed to the black community, but if I'm not mistaken, it was created by a non-black individual. So I just looked at it. So it's a dating and lifestyle app. So they went Vax That Thing Up before you did anything. Now they're saying no voting, no. And they got this fool, this man with fingernail. No, I don't want to say too much, Lord. I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna get. Take one good guess, DeAndre. A dude with a BB. Ugh. So. Okay. All right. I can't go into it. Yeah, it would be a dude with a BBL. Yeah. Y'all already know, but I want to give this is what my sister Monique Robinson actually put this up. I want to shout out to her. She actually wrote this. She actually got the information out here. Where is it? Now I saw her post this. Of course, she posts stuff all the time. Excuse me. I'm sorry, I had it. Yeah. Oh, did she delete it? Okay. No, not it. No. Hold on. All right, this is it. Omid Farhang. Now you notice who's in this picture. That's Omid, and that is none other than Shaquille O'Neal. Looks like his eye is straightened with them glasses. Anyway, to shift Gen Z's voting culture, BLK is collaborating with rap artists Trina and Saucy Santana to create yet another audacious anthem in the form of no voting, no fucking. The social campaign was created in a partnership with Majority, which was behind last year's public health jam Vax That Thing Up. BLK teamed up with the Florida Icons for the new single and video to be released during National Voter Education Week on October 4th. So that makes sense why you saw on Twitter, excuse me, all of the voting information about Louisiana candidates and so forth. So they say Vax. First, it was Vax That Thing Up. Now they're teaming up with Majority doing no voting, no fucking. And they have what make. How did Saucy Santana become an icon? That's my question. I'm not saying anything negative, but what makes him a rap icon? I watched the BET Awards earlier this year. So I believe this was the person I saw, and they had him. in booty shorts with a beard and a BBL. This is crazy. This is but this is how, the insult that this is worse. This is like that get your booty to the polls. That's essentially what this is. This is. And I'm going to say this, it's going to backfire. What you're seeing today will backfire against the Democratic Party. Because people do not want to continue to be bombarded when you're talking tangibles, when you're talking issues, and that's what we're talking to you like most and other groups do all the time. They don't give people their vote willy-nilly just because you look like them or you're wearing something. It's only black people they expect to do this shit. It's only black people they expect to do this crap on. And so for you to actually get upset, get mad when we're asking for something in exchange for our vote, because that's what politics is. As Dr. Claude Anderson said, everything is quid pro quo. You want something in return for giving something. What happened when we voted for Biden? We didn't get a damn thing. Look at how he talked to that entire not black caucus, but those so-called black leaders in that Zoom conference call. He talked to them like they were kids. And those people were older than him. But these agendas have got to stop. And I'm going to talk about two agendas right now, right quick. Now, you guys probably have not seen this movie or heard about it, but there's a comedian who is, his name is Billy Eichner. He is a comedian. He is LGBTQ. He's homosexual. And he made a movie called Bros. Now, the movie flopped. The movie flopped. And Billy Eichner got upset because his film didn't do that good. And so he did take his frustrations out on straight people. He said that straight people, especially in certain parts of the country, just didn't show up for Bros. Followed by, quote, everyone who isn't a homophobic weirdo should go see Bros tonight. The tweets were not well received. Eichner's tweets felt more. Now, this is the Hollywood Reporter. This is a fairly liberal news site that writes stuff like this. And they said Eichner's tweets felt more like finger wagging, followed by moralistic confrontation rather than an invitation with a bit of a warning. If you compare them to Viola Davis's more polite request last month to see The Woman King. If you don't plop down money on opening weekend, you're not going to see black females leading a movie again. Now, someone said, he goes further, says, I'm empathetic to the situation. It sucks to be passionate about something and not see the passion met by a willing audience. Yet, I think it's clear from the numbers of the box office that the box office didn't simply come down to straight people not going or homophobia. Several critics suggested that people were turned off by a line in the trailer that said straight people, quote, had a good run. Though I imagine that any straight person offended by that joke would never have seen the movie anyway. What Eichner is overlooking is that a significant population of the LGBT community didn't show up either. And whether it was because the film didn't appeal to millennial and Gen Z audience who drive the box office, or it opened in October alongside Paramount's well-received horror movie Smile, Bros didn't make a compelling case for a movie that was a must-see in theaters. Even if people do agree that there should be more LGBTQ rom-coms, but that's comedy. Well, let me just say this. First off, homophobia was not the reason your movie sucks, pal. You just wrote a shitty script. These movies get reviews, and look, I don't know anything about Billy Eichner. I've never heard of him, and I'm not. Yeah, the movie is called Bros, and I wouldn't want. And be honest with you, you're trying to say because people don't want to watch what you want, support what you want, do what you want to do. You're calling someone homophobic. Let me explain and say this. Nobody in life is going to, especially being a black man in America, and since you guys like to compare your plight with ours, and I strongly disagree with it, but since you do, let me tell you something as a black man. Nobody in the world is going to agree with everything you say, with everything you do. If you stand so strongly behind something, you want to live your life and do what you want, that's fine. Do it away from me. I don't have to support everything you say. Just like my brother doesn't support everything I say and do. Some of you on here who follow me, who love coming on this channel, you don't support everything I say, and that's fine. But I can't force that onto you. I can't get mad because I don't have my way. I wish everybody in the world could buy my book. Commonwealth of Pennsylvania versus William H. Cosby, the destruction of due process in the United States. But that doesn't happen. And I can tell you another thing, one of the reasons why it flopped too, men in particular don't like seeing romantic movies. But this is the poster for the film. It's two men grabbing at each other's ass. You honestly would think, my father, be real, my father who's 70 years old, or my father who's 70 years old, my mom who's 69, would be interested in seeing this? You think straight men would be interested in seeing that when you see a poster like this? Like, they would have done better if they had hid this. If they didn't put that poster up, their numbers probably would have gone up. But the thing is this, people are tired of seeing that pushed onto them. Even when they did a few years ago, I remember reading, there was a movie called Behind the Candelabra that was on HBO. And that film was it was directed by one of the top directors in Hollywood, still to this day, Steven Soderbergh. He's the one that did Ocean's 13. He did the movie Behind the Candelabra, which was based off of Liberace's relationship with Scott Thorson. And he said that he had actually pitched the movie to some of the mainstream Hollywood studios back in 2013, back earlier, and they condemned it, said, no, we can't, because they said, quote, it was too gay. This is what he was saying. And he was saying that because, and they were saying that nobody was going to support it because they knew, straight people were not ready to see that. People were not ready to see in mainstream a full-on gay sex scene about two men. And that's true to a large degree. It's just not a part of people's nature. It's just something innate. People just don't like to see certain stuff. They got people who don't like, I mean, look, in movies, they have people who don't like sci-fi. My mother can't stand when my father puts on Harry Potter. My mom doesn't like when we put on Star Wars or Indiana Jones. She didn't like that type of stuff. She knew we loved it as kids, so she tolerated it being around us, but she didn't care for it. I mean, my mom would put on Desperate Housewives of Atlanta, Married to Medicine. My father doesn't like watching it. They'll watch Monty Day Fiance. My father's just sits there in a chair and just rolls his eyes all the damn time because he can't move. Does that mean my father hates women? If I don't want to watch reality shows with my lady, that means I hate women. I'm sexist. I'm chauvinist if I don't want to watch those shows. Do I think people are racist if they don't want to watch Martin or rewatching Martin or Sanford Son, white people? No, they may not like that kind of comedy. That's fine. There's some straight people, yeah, who don't even like seeing straight sex scenes. You're exactly right, Stephanie. Yeah, there are people who just don't like it. My God rest her soul, my aunt Phyllis was a staunch Catholic. She did not like any movie, any TV show with cursing in it. She would get out and walk. If she heard a curse word, she would get up and walk out the room. We were watching The Sopranos once, and because there was cursing in it, and you didn't have TiVo at this time, remember, and this was in the 90s. So you either had to record it on VHS or you had to either record it on VHS or you had to wait till it came back on to see it. And my brother was so upset because he loved watching The Sopranos and was mad that because we had to turn the TV off. My aunt was a guest in our house, so we couldn't watch. We couldn't watch it. Yeah, you're intolerant too, Darius. You're leading it. Some people are not interested in certain things. Now, I tied it in with the last topic, the new Black Panther. Now, this is actually going to be the Woman King 2. Because I can't play, like, just like the other video, I don't want to play it because I'm going to get a copyright strike. But if you watch the Wakanda Forever trailer, the latest one that came out, I actually watched it and I already know, I knew beforehand the direction it was going. You know, it appears, T'Challa has died. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. They didn't want to recast it. So we have an idea of who the new Black Panther is, just what I thought it's going to be. This is going to be, this is Black Panther. This is going to be the Woman King too. I shall deal with bonds. I can show this. I guess I can show this part. Now, y'all know good and well that's not a man up in that suit. There's not a man in that suit, ladies and gentlemen. We already know what direction they're going in. That's the sister. That's got to be the sister. That's got to be her. Wakanda forever. I shall deal with bonds. That's Shuri. You said they emasculated M'Baku. Yeah. Yeah, this this is some bullshit. Bruh. Howard the Duck is gonna kick her butt. She was the sister was the Black Panther in the comic, but it was only for a brief period of time, if I recall. Pirate Brain. She had it for a little while, but if they're gonna give it to her permanently, that's something different. You talking about Lutia? Well, that's the thing. A woman king. Let's go back with all of this stuff, this propaganda we're talking about here. Willie D said this, and I agree with him. When you say king, a king is by definition, a male ruler of a kingdom. That's the definition of a king. The ruler of an independent state, especially one who inherits the position by right of birth. King Henry VIII. Okay, we could go back to ancient Egypt. King Tut, the Pharaoh, Ramesses, Tutmos, Ramesses II, Akhenaten. Those are kings. A queen, a woman by definition. Let's look at it here. Hold on. A woman by definition cannot be a king. She can be, however, a queen. This is a king. And you know, on the chessboard, a queen actually has more power than a king. Of course, it is only when your king is captured that you have lost the game. That's called checkmate. But it is the queen that protects her king. And she's the most powerful piece on the board because the king can only move one place on the chessboard. But a queen can move wherever she wants. So when you look at the definition of a queen, the female ruler of an independent state. So like they say, queen, and say what you want about queen, the king and the English monarchy, but the Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth, queen. Yeah, I saw it. I saw Luptia's thing. So why would a woman, you're right, Stephanie, want to be a king? There are things you can do as a woman. That's great. Being a mom. I can't be a mother. I can't be a wife. That's something a woman could be great at. There's pride in that. There's nothing terrible about being a mom, being a wife. Is it an easy job? Of course not. I see that with my mother. My mother and father have been married for 46 years. My mom has had to tolerate a lot of stuff from my dad and vice versa. But they love each other. Wakanda forever. I shall deal with bonds, DeAndre. This whole thing is gutting me. It's my African accent. If I was in South Africa, I talk like Nelson Mandela. Because Nelson Mandela talk like this. They're South African. What is Sandy Thorpe? What is Sandy Thorpe? What is Sandy Thorpe in South Africa? Sandy Thorpe, I'm Sandy Thorpe, Skip. I talk with South African voice, Skip. Because it's a good one, Skip. It's hard. It's a good one, Skip. Because I can't do it, Skip. I cannot do it, Skip. Come on, Skip. No, Skip. No, Skip. No, Skip. Skip, come on. No, Skip. I would have slapped Will Smith's ass, Skip. I would have got up. I would have got out that chair. I would have got out that chair and out of my tuxedo just to slap him, Skip.
If I would have whooped Will Smith's ass.
I would have whooped Will Smith's ass, Skip. So yeah, but these agendas in Hollywood, they're getting worse and worse, and I think more people are getting frustrated with it, tired of it. Uh, and people are responding by not showing up to the movies. People are not putting their dollars uh in the theaters anymore. I mean, look, you can watch stuff online, so that's another reason why these movies have taken a hit. You think so? South that really, DeAndre? You fine? The African voice, the typical West African voice, he sounded like this because there is go away. I sound like a Catholic priest, the African priest to come. Tarv, Tarv, you said your grandma couldn't let you watch Power Rangers? Really? What did you think of Batman and Superman? No, I didn't see it. It's online. I don't know if I want to see it. Let's see before I get off. Let's see if one of you shishified little punks see. Oh, I won't see that damn Black Panther. Oh, damn, that the agenda-driven Disney crap. My little girls won't see that shit, just like she won't see Doc McStuffins. Hey, hell no. Oh God. Oh, hell no. Dana, turn it off. Oh, I didn't know there were Chinese police centers in New York. Are you sure about that, you sissified punk? Because I don't think you have a damn clue about what damn police officers do in this damn state. That woman king crap versus Wakanda forever. That's Wonot man. That's no Wonot king. Cause it ain't a damn king. This damn Black Panther, that was a damn disgrace. Oh. I'll take a look at it, Pirate Brain, but let's see if we can take some calls from you shishified little punks. So you can get some judiciary training, because I did this crap for 40 something years. I was UCLA law up in this bitch. I was UCLA all up in this crap. I did this correctly. Now take a damn call. 504-656-6760. You sissified punks, call in. You talking to the legal man, the legal Yosemite Sam, Judge Joe Brown. Legal Yosemite Sam. Nobody's answering. Nobody wants to call. Nobody wants to call in. I guess everybody is punked out, sissified, dried up, tooed up. They're tired out. They're scared of this dysfunction that's going on. This Danielle. Oh damn, you blame it on the baby Danielle. Oh damn, you are pitiful. You know that. We got a call from Austin, Texas. Let's see who this is. Caller, who are you? Who are you? Who is this sister? Oh, this sister five little punk. Oh, damn, Dana, get him off. What you want, son? I'm doing quite fine. You calling into my second show?
Yeah, I got a notification from this. It's a site called China in Focus. They have all news coming from China. You've probably seen it before. But they were saying on there that they have Chinese police stations in New York. All Chinese, not like because it's in Chinatown or nothing like this. They have it's like.
So it's you're basically saying, okay, I'm looking at it right now. You're basically saying it's an all Chinese police station.
Right. Which, let's say, we couldn't go to China and put in an all American police station, right? You know, that's not going to happen.
Oh, I see this here. What you're talking about? Let's see. I'm gonna put it up for everybody. So wait, the country of China. This is what I'm looking at when I read this article. I'm hoping you mean you're not talking about like an ambassador of China, like they have an embassy here. You're talking about an actual police station.
Actual police station. It's on the video. I don't know if you're gonna get the exact same thing if you look it up on Google. I couldn't tell you, but I had clicked over for a second when they pulled it up, and then they gave the headlines to it, and I was like, what? You know how like in Africa they have they're selling out a lot of stuff, and Chinese are putting up police station all through Africa, right?
Yeah.
They doing that here in New York.
Now you live in New York or you live in Texas?
No, I live in Texas. But I'm just going by what the news is saying.
So China's United Front organizations have used the stations to police actions of the Chinese diaspora. So I'm trying to understand, how does a foreign nation come into our country and set up an actual police station?
Exactly.
They have, and it's not just in New York. It's also, they got 3 in Toronto.
Right. Exactly. What it is, I believe, and this is just my speculation, is that they're buying up so much property in these places that part of the deal with them purchasing all of this stuff is they can put their own police station. You know? Because I know that's the deal they got in Africa. You know, which is terrible. I know they have that in Kenya and Nigeria, a couple other countries.
They're doing it to persuade Chinese nationals to return to China voluntarily.
Why would the police station in the United States persuade them to go back to China voluntarily?
Well, it's not the police station of the United States. I'm looking at it here. China is actually, I'm trying to understand. It looks like they actually created their own police station here.
Right.
Now, I don't know. Well, you would have to ask, the thing is this, you would have to ask why. I think the big question is asking President Biden and the feds, what do they think of this? Because the first job of the United States government, the federal government is to protect ourselves, protect this nation
from enemies, both foreign and domestic. Now, of course, China is not necessarily not been declared our enemy, but how do they get to come in and set up a police station on American soil?
Right. And see, this is the problem with the Democrats. I think that they're just selling us out completely. That's just my thought on it. And don't get me wrong, I don't want you to mistake me and think, oh, I'm a Republican, because I'm not. I voted Democrat all my life except for the last 2 elections. I didn't vote at all because I just got tired of not getting anything for my vote. So I'm 61. I turned 61 last August, and I voted in every election since the election that Reagan was elected in.
Yeah.
And I voted Democrat for each one. So I can't do it no more. They're crazy. And look, I don't like Trump either. I think he was a big racist. But at least I felt like what he did was halfway decent for the country. I mean, if you look back on it.
Well, Trump's policies, right. Well, his policies were not that bad. His policies were pro-American, and of course, we know that America's not always been in the interest of Black people, or rather, we've not been in their best interest. But he was not really hurting Black people as a whole, like other presidents were. He distributed the pain evenly, if you want to say to speak. It was mostly white women complaining about him, his immigrants complaining about. But here's the thing. The Hispanic community showed up and voted for him, despite all he said about building a wall.
Not only that, the Democrats are allowing the Hispanic people just to walk across the border, and they all going to vote Republican. They think that they're going to vote for them because they're doing them a favor, but it's not going to work out that way for them.
No.
And they're trying to get us, especially Black men. What they're doing is they're using our women to talk down on us and thinking we're going to go, well, all right, let me vote for the Democrats. Nah, it's not going to happen. I'm not voting for them. And if they keep on with this, get your booty to the poll and all that stuff, I just might vote Republican. Just to stay back. Okay, you're not going to do nothing for us. All of y'all need to get out.
Yeah, I think that's going to happen. A lot of people are not going to show up. I think it's going to backfire. People are not going to vote Democrat because they're just tired of that. They're tired of the agendas that are being pushed too. I think that's a big thing.
Yeah, I mean, because think about it. We all voted for the squad, and they stabbed us in the back. Black people voted for the squad. It was like, oh, okay, finally this is for real, and this going, they're going to make a change. And they went on in there, and they took them in the back room and gave them a spanking and said, y'all better do what we say to do. I don't know what they did to them. Oh, and the sister for the T'Challa's sister, right? When they offered her the role to play in The Woman King, she went to Africa. See, they wasn't.
It wasn't T'Challa's sister. She was T'Challa's love interest, Luptia. That's what you're talking about.
No, it was the one who.
Luptia is the one, bro. I'm serious because I seen the video. It was Luptia who was the love interest in. She was in Black Panther. She was the love interest. She wasn't the sister. She actually was.
You might have seen 2 different videos because I saw Black Panther, and it was the sister was the one who was in the lab inventing stuff, right?
Yeah, she was.
That was the one that I saw in the video.
The only video I seen that was going viral was Luptia Nyong'o, and she was in Black Panther, she was T'Challa's love interest. That's the one I saw going viral. The other girl, I did not see that. So I don't know what.
Yeah, look up her name because I forget what
No.
her name is, but I know her face. Look up her name and look up that video. She did a documentary. And
It's Latita Wright. Latita Wright is the one who was that you're talking about. But she wasn't. Yeah, but I didn't see her being cast in the Woman King. There was nothing in that said that. I saw, what I saw was Lutia, but I'll look for it.
Yeah, look for it anyway. Yeah, because she did a documentary, and it was really good because in the beginning, I thought she was, all for the homie tribe, And sometimes some Africans don't really like this thing. And they have no problem with saying derogatory stuff about, Black Americans. So I said, let me watch this though, And I was watching it, and he was going with one of the people with the Dahomey tribe, and they were explaining everything. In fact, she went to the grave site of the last Dahomey that passed away. It was actually defending the king, right? She went to her.
Yeah, that was Lutia. That's Lutia. I'm telling you, that's not the sister. I'm telling you, that's not her. And I saw the same video. Just look up Lutia, cause she.
Look, if you say so, I'll go with it because I'm not as much of a movie buff as I used to be. So if you say that's who it is, then maybe I mistook her look. But she also at the end of it says, yeah. So anyway, after she went through the voodoo thing with all of them, the same lady that took her to all of that, took her to meet her mother. And when she met her mother was Nigerian, and she explained what all they did to her, and she just wound up in tears. She was like, wow, I can't in good conscience think the same way I was thinking about them because they really harmed her mother. And she said, well, how come all of that they did, how could you forgive them? And she said, well, I can't carry all of that hate around, I have to, I'm paraphrasing. I can't carry all of that around, and I have to let it go. And that, I feel that documentary should have got more play than what it got. Because it was really good. Did you see the whole thing?
I didn't see the whole thing, Pirate Brain, but I didn't see the whole thing, but I saw enough. I saw that Lutia said she wasn't going to do the film, man. But I appreciate you calling in, bro. I'll let you have the last word.
Hey, man, I just want to say, I don't always say anything when I'm in there, but I'm watching you all the time. If I don't catch you when you're live, I'll catch it on the replay. And keep doing what you're doing, and I always look out for you, and I look out for oh man, I'm forgetting Nicole. I always
Nicole,
y'all do good work, man. So keep up the good work.
All right, no problem, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you. That was Pirate Brain, ladies and gentlemen. Pirate Brain rarely calls in, but we are happy when he calls in to talk. I appreciate it, brother. Have a good night.
You too.
Yeah, shout out to him, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna wrap this one up. I gotta get ready and do some other things. But I enjoyed to program tonight. You all hit that like, share, and subscribe button. I'm trying to see if we'll have a special guest come in Thursday to talk with us about our program. Let me. I sent that to you, Thomas. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, you can support this channel.
course, donate. You can donate to the channel or purchase a book, The Commonwealth of Pennsylvania versus William H. Cosby, that is available now on Kindle and Amazon. Yeah, sure. Go there. You can also advertise with our channel, gavin.gibberish1@gmail.com, or do the Patreon at gblue2786. Of course, check out, go to @commonwealthcos, go to naughtiescreoleblends.com, try it on chicken, meat, or fish. Naughties goes great with every dish. If you want to buy a song, got to get on up on iTunes. You can do that as well as Video Soul. Thank you, Danielle. I appreciate the fact that you enjoyed. Shout out to Black Voltron. I saw he was watching, was catching up on it. So let me get out of here, you shishified little punks, because we're gonna have to go and get on up and get on down to get some of this sissification and emasculation off our ass. Oh, damn, Dana. I can't watch this crap. This is worse. This is worse than Lizzo. All right, have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Girl, come on. Gotta dance to the beat, because on the dance floor is where we'll move. Show me what you got. Gotta feel the groove.
Feel the groove, get on the floor. Get on the.
Right now the party's wasted. There's nothing much to do. But once the groove gets started, tell me, what do you have to lose? Just look into my eyes, girl, as we glide across the room. And what to my surprise now, the beat takes hold of you. Now if you're feeling like I'm feeling, so come on baby, let's start dealing. Time to get this party started. Ain't no time for the broken hearted. When the rhythm takes hold of you, there's only one thing left to do, cause the beat is really moving. Time to get your body moving. Gotta get on up and move your body, cause when the beat is really grooving, it's time to feel your body moving. Gotta get on up and shake something.
Feel the groove, get on the floor. Get on the.
Tell the DJ play the whispers. Rock steady in the mood. Put on earth, wind, and fire. Tonight we're gonna groove. Show me how you do the four corners. Electric slide or two. Hit the bus stop or do the bunny hop, baby. It's really up to you. Now if you're feeling like I'm feeling, so come on baby, let's start dealing. Time to get this party started. Ain't no time for the broken hearted. When the rhythm takes hold of you, there's only one thing left to do, cause the beat is really grooving. Time to get your body moving. Gotta get on up and move your body, cause when the beat is really grooving, it's time to feel your body moving. Gotta get on up and shake something.
Feel the groove, get on the floor. Get on the.
Now 2020 hasn't been the best year of all times. We've been dealing with death, the pandemic, racism, bad policing, and all the bad rhymes. But like Uncle Snoop once said, if you're breathing, you're achieving. So if you're ready, I need you all to get on up. Are you ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Get your butt on the dance floor. 5 and 6 and 7, 8. This jam we appreciate. We're gonna slide and step on the beat. On the dance floor is where we'll be.
Feel the groove, get on the floor. Get on up
and move your body, cause when the beat is really grooving, it's time to feel your body moving. Gotta get on up and shake something.
Feel the groove, get on the floor. Get on the floor,
baby. Yeah, gotta Come on, baby, gotta get on. Baby, feel the groove, get on the floor.